Well, Londoners have cast their votes in this year's mayoral election that has pit Labour incumbent Sadiq Khan against Tory challenger Susan Hall. 13 candidates have been battling it out on election day, which kicked off just yesterday as voting stations opened early in the morning. With millions expected to vote, we are still waiting for a voter turnout. Voters, though, headed to polls across the country in a series of local elections, seen as the final test of public opinion before Rishi Sunak goes to the country polls later this year. My colleague Radhika Iyer reports from Ground Zero.
The vibrant city of London has just concluded the exercise of choosing its next mayor. The results will be out on Saturday. Current Mayor Sadiq Khan of the Labour Party, Pakistani origin, is seeking a third consecutive term, while coming closely second in the exit polls is Tories Susan Hall. But an interesting mix in this London mayor election this year has been that Indian origin Delhi-born Tarun Gulati is now fighting Sadiq Khan to become the mayor as an independent candidate. It will be very interesting to see whether independent candidates are able to upset the Tory and the Labour parties in many places, particularly in a city like London, which has always been seen as one which is an independent thinker, one which thinks liberally, and one which thinks very differently from the rest of London as the capital city and a melting pot of multiple cultures, races, and people from all backgrounds contributing so efficiently to London's economy. The three key issues that have been ailing London city for some time now has been that London has become extremely difficult to live in because of the cost of living crisis. It's a horribly expensive city. Houses have been a nightmare, the housing market, considering many young professionals who commute from various parts of just outside London are unable to afford to rent a place in London simply because it's either not available or because it's too expensive to live and eat in London city. So cost of living crisis being the first. Crime rate has been on a serious high. Knife crimes have been high. In fact, just a day before London's mayor elections was a man with a sword attacking people in East London area, in fact killing a 14-year-old young person or a young pupil at school. So these are some of the issues that have been affecting London city and the people of London. And the third big is London completely depends on its public transport system, the tubes, the trains, the national rail, the overground. But strikes and incessant strikes by frontline employees seeking better pay, obviously considering cost of living crisis, have crippled London city. So getting around from point A to point B has been extremely hard. So all of these issues are the ones that mayor candidates are seeking to correct, or at least say so in their manifesto. Will be interesting to see whether an Indian origin is able to upset Pakistani origin Sadiq Khan as mayor, even as exit polls indicate that Sadiq could perhaps make it for the third consecutive term, considering London has always been a Labour bastion. Not to forget to mention that Britain is on serious election mode because this is the year of another big general election, even in Britain, just as it is in India. Radhika Iyer in central London reporting for NDTV.